Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpack Trader Training Room for Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not financial advice. Trade your charts, not mine. Mine are just examples. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. All right. We do have a crude oil inventory report session today. No holiday on Monday, so we're back to a normal schedule. Crude is in its power quitting trade, but it still has target 2 position in play. Stop is at one tick above the entry, 58.37. Target 1 in hand for 16 ticks. Unleaded. Target 1 traders pick up 45 ticks on target, 16 on the trailer, 61. Target 2 traders pick up just the 16 times 2 or 32 ticks. And target 2 traders are in this short. Soybeans is flat. YM has a get in sync short. Micro Russell is flat, and there's a short trade set up on the Micro Russell. That could be a get in sync. Market opens in less than 2 minutes. That hit the entry. Pound Aussie is in the long trade. This short trade happened right around the start time at 8:30. If that was a valid trade for 8:30, that would have been a one and done, getting 3 targets before coming back to the trailer. But I'm going to go ahead and track the long rather, for the room. Potential short trade coming on soybeans. That little triangle is showing us a potential entry point for a short trade. It looks like we've got a cross on this bar. So it looks like we'll probably get a short trade set up. Market is open. Short on soybeans. And we went down on the open on the YM, so that's no trade there. We also hit the stop on Micro Russell, so that's flat. Crude still in the long trade. Unleaded in a short. Long set up, triggers in on the Micro Russell. Definitely time to get in that. And there's money management, I believe. Needed, well, I don't know, it needed 2 ticks. I think we're at 93.8, so it'll be 94 flat. Yeah. And we did. That could have been an intrabar stop out. I'll go ahead and track it as a winner, because I've had the dialog box over top of it. And targets 3 and 4, and moving up nicely. Unleaded trade taking heat. Micro Russell, a nice trailer now. 94.9. Crude approaching its session high at 58.60. And we did, yeah, we didn't get our, that's right, we didn't get our trade until after that last bar closed. So it is a get in sync at this point on soybeans. Micro Russell stops out, win number 1. No short trade. Would not have been below the 22 EMA. Okay, now that, yeah, that short was a valid short. YM, plenty big to target 1. It looks like plenty of time to have gotten in that. So that gives us a target 1 and trailing down to the entry, and it just stopped out. YM is 1 and done. So we'll throw unleaded up there. And we take a full loss on the Micro Russell. Long trade. A win and a loss there. Micro NQ in a short, but that's too early and has gone too far. And it has hit target 4. Really nice trade. Too early to get involved in. Short trade on the Micro Russell. This is a bigger trade. Yeah, target 2 will be an actionable target. Targets 2 and 3 on this trade. Target 1 is our money management. We will. Yeah, 70% of target 1 will be exactly our 14 ticks. So we will start trailing about 6 ticks before we get down to, so it looks like 493.1 is about where we'll start trailing. Or now 493 flat would be where we start trailing. Money management on the micro Russell trade. We did start trailing, but we're now at break even, waiting for the trailing indicator and stopping out at break even. So win, loss, break even. Money management on the pound Aussie. Entry was 541, so it'll be at 542. There it is. And we now have a long trade on micro Russell. This is not looking good. Yep, there's a second loss. Four trades, a win, two losses, and they break even. I'm not going to worry with that. I would have moved up 2 ticks. Regular size trade. Pound Aussie still long. Hasn't gotten the target yet. We are at break even. Micro NQ stopped out. Soybeans chase ticks are engaged. Entry comes down to 33 1/4. So that's long trade on the micro NQ. Short setup on the micro Russell. Micro NQ did trigger in. And we got a wick on that one too. Yep, target 1 is big enough to take profit. So money management and target 1. Pound Aussie stopped out on for a break even. Unleaded has a stop and reverse at 8073. Crude stop is up to 48, it looks like. Pound Aussie is flat. Micro Russell is short. Micro NQ is long. Micro Russell hitting money management. And micro Russell running down again. Target 1 and micro NQ, so that is a win. Trade number 1. We'll go to target 2 now. Stop at break even, 25,203. Soybeans still has the potential to get in sync. Micro Russell at set new session low. $88.6 for the Micro Russell trailer. Unleaded still short for target 2 traders. Crude still long. And crude hits target 2. One and done session for crude. 16 and 25. 41 ticks this morning. That is a filtered trade on pound Aussie. Squeeze zone filter, just fractionally below the 50 EMA. Micro Russell stops out. New short. And that should have had time to get in. So that is 3 wins, 2 losses. No, I'm sorry, 2 wins, 2 losses, and a break even. We're in trade number 6 at the moment. Final trade of the morning. We got to move down 3 to get our 14 tick minimum. $84 flat. All right. Unleaded reversed for target 2 traders and hit money management. So we should have our stop now at 74. Not worried with target 1, looking for target 2. Long trade of them. No, we took a full loss for, so that's our 3rd loss and the 6th trade. So. Did we have? Break even, loss, win. Well, yeah. Okay. See where we are here. Okay, yeah, that was, the long was valid. That was a win. And we took a loss up there. Break even. 2nd loss. 2nd win. And a 3rd loss. Yep. 6 trades, 2 wins, a break even, and 3 losses. And soybeans triggers in. Stop needs to be way up there at 1039. Flat. Micro NQ getting targets 1 and 2 on this large trade. So the next and final fixed goal is target 3. Got to get a little bit higher to start trailing. Coming back to test the 200 EMA. And the 14 EMA for that matter, which is our trailer on this trade. And we did come back and stop out on unleaded. That is 3 trades on unleaded. Pick up 2 ticks there, 32 on the first one is 34. Our loss on the stop and reverse was 44 to 73. 29, we're 5 ticks positive. With 2 money management trades, so that does end the session. So bring this back down where it belongs and get right back to the micro NQ chart. So crude is done until inventory report. That will be 10:30. We'll go till about 10:15. And then I'll close down this stream and open a new stream for the inventory report. I'll be back in about 10:25. So micro Russell is done, crude is done, the YM is done. Micro NQ in its first trade. Oh, we did get enough to start trailing, but we closed below the 14, and so it didn't come up. Now it has come up, so we're at trailer at micro NQ 25,243 flat. YM and the micro Russell both near session lows. Micro NQ is sitting at, went down to session lows and now is pushing up back to session open. The soybeans triggered in. Micro NQ is trailing. $2.50 now. And the pound Aussie is flat. Target 3 on the micro NQ. That's our final fixed target on this trade. 55.50 for the 55.5. 255.5 for the trailer. Now 258. So top half is the charts here are all done. Micro Russell on Catapult. Crude 9 a.m. mini session. No 10 a.m. mini session this morning because we do have a crude oil inventory report at 10:30. Micro NQ or YM went one and done this morning also. Micro NQ continuing upward. Micro NQ stops out 266.25. Really big trade there. Soybeans had a nice excursion to setting session highs before the market opened. Now basically working in between the 50 and the session open. One trade in the books on the micro NQ. You can take three more wins, 3 losses, or up to 6 trades, whichever comes first. On this trade plan. Micro NQ and Micro Russell are on Catapult Trader. Soybeans is on Counterpunch Trader. That is soybeans is on a 5-tick range bar, or for those running TradeStation, it's a 5-cent momentum bar. Or actually 5 tick. It's a 1 1/4 point momentum bar. Soybeans is a 1/4 point tick. And I'm talking about other things and not watching what's going on. New short trade on micro NQ. This is our normal size trade. So money management target 1. First actionable target is target 2. Micro NQ and taking some heat. Micro Russell appears to be consolidating. YM looks like it's wanting to go down. It's coming back up off of new session lows now, dipping just below 47,000. Now coming back to it. Soybeans getting close to target. Target at 1030. Been as low as 1030 1/4. Full stop out on the micro NQ, so we have a big winning trade and a one loss. Once again, we can take 3 wins, 2 losses, or 4 more trades from here. long trade on the micro NQ, or long setup. It hasn't triggered in yet. A short trade, that's giving you another chance at the entry on the short. That definitely should be in the trade. This actually may be getting sync. It was a quick spike down. May have been back above the price by the time we could get an order in. Now we're definitely in the trade on the micro NQ. Soybeans is short. Micro NQ is short. Pound Aussie is flat. Second loss on the micro NQ. Now a long setup again. Still hasn't triggered in. And micro NQ testing the 50 and the 200. Trade is still valid because it had not triggered in. Needing a crossover to get a short trade and to cancel the long. Looks like it's going to, there it is. All right, plenty of time to get in. Micro NQ is short. Short setup on the pound Aussie. The normal speed this moves, I wouldn't expect to see this trade resolved by the time I've got, but no, yeah. Only got about 2 minutes before I'll need to shut this one down. Money management on the micro NQ. It looks like I got a win, 2 losses, and a break even at least. All right, micro NQ goes through, just pops down through targets 2 and 3, and then comes back to stop out on the trailer. Long trade now. That was trade number 4. And looks like we have an entry. But I am going to have to leave it there. Time to close it down and get ready for the crude oil inventory report coming up in about under 14 minutes. So we will see everybody back in about 10 minutes for the crude oil inventory report.